Hi guys and welcome to part 1 of my Forza Horizon 4 Hillclimb Series, and yes, I did have a chat with FerRace, no bad feelings, and I'm just very excited to try something new, something where I don't just go in a straight line for once. Anyway, how exactly does this series work? There are going to be 3 cars in each video, all under a common theme. So for example, Japanese icons, American track cars, hypercars, jelly cars, maxed out hill climb monsters, or even some actual YouTubers racing up the hill. But today's theme is going to be European supercars, so something relatively easy to start off with, featuring a Ferrari 488 GTB, a Mclaren 720S and a 2016 Audi R8 V10 Plus. And each of them will fight for a top spot in our global leaderboard. Now I already filled up the leaderboard a little bit with some cars just to get some reference times in to see how fast cars actually are up the hill. And our current leader is a 2013 Audi R8 V10 Plus. But before we jump into our first car, let's just take a very brief look at the track itself. Now I decided to divide the hill climb into 3 different sectors to see where different types of cars gain and lose time. And maybe we will even crack the 2-minute mark for the very first time, so that's going to be interesting. But yeah, enough talking, now it's time for our very first car, the Ferrari 488 GTB. So if you see a negative split time on the screen, this means that the car running up the hill right now is already faster than the current leaderboard champion. As you can see, the first sector was green, which means it beat the sector time of the current leaderboard champ, and if a sector is red, it went slower on that part of the track. Now every car gets exactly 10 runs up the hill, and the fastest run will be the one you can see in the video right now. I also made sure to switch off every possible assist, just to make the runs a bit more interesting and a bit more challenging. And across the line, Ferrari 488 GTB setting a new record on the first run, almost 5 seconds faster than the previous gen Audi R8 V10 Plus. But now it's time to jump into the new generation to see if we can reclaim first place. There's one thing that holds the R8 back a little bit. If you accelerate hard, especially up a hill, the front end gets really light, and you get the feeling that the front wheels are not really attached to the floor anymore. The car doesn't really, but the front end gets so light that the steering gets less responsive. And this kind of kept me from pushing the car even harder, and this is where the car lost a little bit of time. And across the line in the Audi with a 2 minute 1 second 0.661, beating the 488 and reclaiming first place by just 0.3 of a second. But I have a feeling that the McLaren 720S is going to go even quicker. So the McLaren 720S weighs in at an astonishing low 1,338 kilograms, so it is the lightest supercar that went up the hill so far. But unlike the Ferrari, it's not as good in terms of traction. The back end just wants to step out a few too many times, and it's very tricky to catch the car with sim steering on. It's a very snappy car, but it's very fast in a straight line. And it is a 155.893. The 720S is the first car to break the 2 minute mark, and it beats second place by almost 6 seconds. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode of Forza Horizon 4 Hillclimb. If you have any ideas for themes, so a group of 3 cars I should try next, let me know in the comments down below. I think I already have some good ideas, but I'm sure you guys have some better ones. And yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys found it interesting. If you did, make sure to drop a like on it. That's always very much appreciated. Subscribe if you want to see more Forza Horizon 4 in the future. And until next time, bye.